Hello, my name is Drew. You're you, and I am glad not only that you are you, but that you're here with me today. Because I've got some pens that I'd love to talk to you about, and it's not too many, so I'm actually kind of excited about that because I get to take my time with these. And the first pen I'm going to take my time with is one of my personal favorites, the Visconti Mirage Mythos. So let's pull this over here, and you're going to get a good close-up look at the Mythos, Mirage Mythos. So why is this a favorite of yours, Drew? Well, I'll tell you. It is what I consider to be a true entry-level Visconti pen. And of course, this thing's $159. That is far away from entry-level in a lot of people's minds. However, with Visconti being such a luxury brand, this, in comparison to the rest of Visconti's offerings, is as entry-level as it gets, and probably as entry-level as it's ever going to get. The thing is, there have been luxury brands in the past, like Visconti, that have tried to create a sub-$200 pen, and it didn't go as well as it did with the Mythos here, and that is why I like it. Ooh, look at this. Oh. This is new. We've got a little flap here. Let's check that. Look at that. Hello. That's neat. I like that. And it's on a nice little soft. Okay. I haven't opened this yet, so I don't know. Okay. Anyway, the Visconti Mirage Mythos. That is neat. That is a nice little presentation there. So for $159.20, you get the Poseidon Mirage Mythos. Now, all of these have been and will continue to probably be named after the Greek pantheon of gods. Poseidon here, looking very Poseidon-y with a black and blue situation here. It also is very matte, so you are not seeing a glossy resin situation here. This is a matte resin, so not very polished, which brings out the depth in this material really nicely. And unlike other Mythoses, this does not have the satin gold trim, but more of a gunmetal style with a black steel nib here, a ruthenium nib. You'll see the V's here, not Visconti V's. These are actually supposed to represent Mount Olympus. So you'll see those stylized V's there on the grip section and here on the cap trim ring as well. Very cool addition, as well as the famous spring-loaded bridge clip there, which is a really, really nice clip and very gentle on any article of clothing that you might be clipping this to. You'll see that the clip does go up all the way around the top of the cap and does actuate in its entirety, so you can see that it's a really, really interestingly engineered clip there. This is a magnetic clip as well, so this clip does connect nice and securely, but it does move into these grooves that you see here. So sometimes it doesn't feel like it goes on, but you just give it a little bit of a twist and it goes right on. So there you go, just like that. And it is a very solid magnet too. It's not a magnet that spins loosely either because of those little notches and how well it fits. You do see that the pen is faceted a little bit with these grooves that run the length of the cap and the barrel, and it does line up every time, no matter which groove you decide to put your cap and barrel into, so that is a nice touch. You'll also see here at the bottom we've got a Visconti V down on the base of the barrel, and this is a cartridge converter pen, so it'll take either a standard international cartridge or a converter. And it's a really well polished pen. Feels really good in the hand. The grip section is not slippery, despite the fact that, yes, it is metal, but the textured grip here does allow for a nice stop where the fingertips can end, and the nib itself also looks really nice as well. The thing that I really am excited about, and the reason why, despite how aesthetically pleasing these pens may be, the reason why I love this pen so much and why I think it is my favorite Visconti pen is that the nib is made in Germany and the pen is designed and made in Italy. And to me, that represents the marriage, the blend of two really strong strengths in both Italian design and, you know, just clever craftsmanship and German reliability. And if you want reliability anywhere on your fountain pen, you want it on the nib and on the tipping material. So to me, this is just a double whammy of awesomeness with Italian creativity and German reliability and consistency. So the Mythos does not have an Italian-made nib. It does have a German-made nib. This nib is made in Germany by Schmidt. So it's a Schmidt nib, not a Visconti nib. Although, you know, it's made for Visconti, obviously. Like I said, the Visconti Mirage Mythos is $159.20. And as we have found out today, really neat box. So let me dig in real quick to see if there's anything else in here. No? Does this not come out? All right, no. This is it. So, well, that is interesting. Usually these things come with a cartridge or a converter. Wait a second. Yeah, it does come with a converter. It just was in there. All right, well, if you think it may not come with a converter, check out your barrel, because it can hide in there. It can hide from even the most attentive of us. Let's move on. We're going to talk about Diplomat now. This is an Aero, A-E-R-O, not the other one. So the Diplomat Aero is what I consider to be their flagship model. I don't know if they consider it to be that way, but I do. Oh, look at this. This is a cool box. If you haven't seen the Diplomat packaging situation, it's got a metal sleeve over a cardboard housing unit. So this is legit metal, people, not something that any other fountain pen company does, to my knowledge. And then you've got a little flap, and there we have it, resting right in front of a bunch of lovely satin Diplomat logos. You have the Diplomat Aero in Midnight Blue. This is $188. It looks like the standard Aero, but if you'll notice, it is shiny. And that's because rather than the more common anodized aluminum of the Aero, this is a lacquered aluminum. So you've got a nice, vibrant shine with a little bit of shimmer laid into the lacquer as well. So something new that Diplomat has been doing, and it adds a ton of depth. And it's just a stunning addition to what was already a really fun pen to look at. And not only is this pen lovely, but it feels really, really good in the hand. It's not as heavy as you might think. Yes, it's a metal pen, and yeah, it's heavier than some pens, but really looking at it, looking at the shape, it looks like a very robust pen, and it is in terms of rigidity and structure, but it's not, I guess, prohibitive in terms of its weight and its balance. This is a very, very balanced feel, in my opinion, and the build quality is just fantastic. The grip feels really nice. It is metal, but it's not a slippery metal. You can see that there is a bit of texture there. It's not a slick grip. You've got a stainless steel nib here, made in Germany by Jowo, which is beautifully reliable, and a cartridge converter filling situation as well. Oh, look at this O-ring. I think that's new. I don't think they used to do that. Huh. That's new. They didn't used to do that. Do I like that? It gives a nice seal, and it does have a nice, you know, you move past the metal threads and it stops right about there, and then the O-ring provides you with that last little bit of resistance, which is nice, and it's very secure. I will say that there have been some of these pens where I've been able to just kind of like spin them all the way shut, it's like, and that's been kind of fun. So I'm a little let down that I can't do that in terms of just kind of like a fiddly perspective, because I like playing with my pens, but it's a nice addition, and it does show that they care about aesthetic appeal and, you know, nice sealability. O-rings are just nice. They never hurt anything. They only add benefit. So that's cool. I appreciate that. And honestly, it tells you that the company is always looking to improve. You don't want even a design that works and no one's complaining about. It's nice to see them, use iterative design changes to enhance things. So you've got the Diplomat logo there on the cap, Germany there on the back, Diplomat logo there, and no Diplomat logo on the back, but there's not enough room anyway. So that is the Diplomat Aero in Midnight Blue. It's $188, and it does post. It's not entirely necessary. It makes it kind of long and a little back weighted when you do that. This is plenty long for my hand anyway, pretty average there. And the grip section, even if you don't like metal grip section, you do find a little bit of a stop there for your fingers to rest on so that you're not slipping off into oblivion. Now, my favorite part, and what a lot of people already know about these pens, is that the capping sensation is absolutely fantastic. Smooth, sturdy click there. Resistance, and then a final little snap. And I can just do that all day. So very solid pen. The lacquer, I think, is a great enhancement to the line, and this blue is a stunner as well. That is Diplomat. We already saw Visconti. We're going to move on to BENU. And this is a rather timely BENU. This is a Euphoria, and it is one of their hand-painted pens. And if you got a little hint as to why I mentioned it was timely, it might be because it's spring now, and that means Easter. So there we go. Guess what? It's a bunny. This pen is the most detailed of any of the hand-painted BENU pens I have yet held in my hands. I wanted to get as close as possible so you can really see this, because the amount of detail in this is shocking. I have seen pictures of this, but I have not held it, and frankly, I'm having a hard time finding words because I literally can't wrap my head around, okay, so there's no painting up at the top. I can't wrap my head around how someone does this by hand. And I know they do. BENU employs people that are experienced micro painters, and that's how they're able to get these out. They are limited. They're extremely limited. You can see here at the top that there are only 100 of these. So you've got a number 6 German Schmidt nib there up at the top. This is compatible with a cartridge or a converter, comes with a converter, and you'll see a cartridge located in the box as well for you there. It does post. You don't need to. It makes it kind of obscenely long there, but you can do it if you want to. If you happen to be like on a ski lift or something while you're riding and you just want to make sure that you don't have your pen falling all over the place on your ski lift, there you go. Because nothing says Easter like skiing, right? All right, so there you go. That is $280. Again, hand painted. So for $280, yeah, that's a chunk of cash, but hand painted. All of these pens I will link at the bottom of this description so you can see them on our website, in our store. And finally, we're going to move on to our final pen of today. It's pens, kind of, but it's also just kind of one pen. Sailor. All right, so Sailor and Sailor. We've got a Pro Gear and a Pro Gear Slim, which that's why the pen apostrophe, Sailor and Sailor. All right, we've got Sailor and a Sailor. Both of these are Pro Gears, but one is a Pro Gear Slim and one is a Pro Gear. And we've got two different boxes. I don't know if that's going to be the same on everything or if they're transitioning, but there we've got our Pro Gear, standard Pro Gear, normal size there. And then here we've got our Pro Gear Slim. So not a huge difference there, but a difference. No? Yes. For a second I thought I had the same pen. My phone's playing tricks on me. Okay, no, you can definitely see that the pen on the right here is slimmer. You know, look at the finial there. You know, this one is slightly larger. So either way, we'll take a look at the Pro Gear just because it's a larger canvas for us to explore. So this one is more expensive, obviously. It's a larger pen. It's going to be $360, and you are going to get the 21 karat nib. That's one of the more noticeable differences between the two pens. The Pro Gear Slim, as you can see, if I can show you there, it's got a 14 karat nib. So, better for smaller hands or smaller budgets. Either way, it's a great pen. They're both going to provide you with very similar writing experiences. I have not been able to tell the difference between 21 and 14 in terms of how they write. Maybe you can. I cannot. But I do love a clear finial. I really do. I don't know why, but I do. Sailor has done them from time to time, and I don't know why I get so excited about it, but I do love it. So we've got, you know, that happening on both the top and the bottom. Standard Sailor anchor logo there up at the top, standard clip, and then standard beautiful trim ring with 2 bands with a little bit of resin in between. And a darker blue up at the top, a darker blue on the grip section, and then the lighter blue body. All of which are filled with fun sparkles. So, like I said, $360 for the Pro Gear, and then $236 for the Pro Gear Slim. Both can be yours right now. However, this is an overseas exclusive, which basically means everywhere but Japan. So, not quite a US exclusive, but you know, definitely exclusive to the world, as long as that part of the world isn't Japan. But Japan gets a ton of other special sailors, so that's okay. I'm sure they won't mind. And there we go. Cartridge converter pen, as all Pro Gears happen to be. It posts nicely. It does not back weight it at all. It's a relatively light pen, both the Pro Gear and the Pro Gear Slim. And one thing I love about a lot of sailors that do this two-tone thing, when you do post it, you get a nice ABA sort of rhyme scheme going on there with the colors. That is just delightful, and they really do a great job with their colors. So only 1,500 of these are available in both sizes. So 1,500 of these, 1,500 of these. So pretty limited. It's going to be a 2024 thing for as long as they last. Both of these are available now, $360, $236. The links are down below if you'd like to see more. Until next time, thank you so much for joining me today. I really, really do appreciate it. I love doing this, and I love you for joining me. Have fun. Right on.